Hello, everyone. My name is Charlie Merritt, and for this debate, I'm going to be arguing that the bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were justified. Hiroshima and Nagasaki can be a very hard subject to talk about. It was devastating. Hundreds of thousands of people died, but in judging that decision, we cannot look at it through today's age. We need to look at it in the context of 1945 and World War II as a whole. The US wasn't choosing between good and bad, it was choosing between two options: drop the bombs or launch a full invasion of Japan. And when you look at all the facts, in my opinion, I think dropping the bombs was justified. It saved the war from dragging on for what could have been many more months or years. It saved many lives on both sides, and it prevented potentially an even larger conflict from happening. By the summer of 1945, Japan was not backing down. Cities were being destroyed, the navy was shattered, their air force is pretty much gone, and yet the military leaders were preparing to fight till the very end. They rejected the Potsdam Declaration, which in short, wanted unconditional surrender from Japan, warning of prompt and utter destruction if they did not comply. The US dropped the bomb on Hiroshima on August 6th and 3 days later on Nagasaki. The war that had killed tens of millions of people worldwide ended not in months, but in days. Without these bombings, some historians agree it's very likely the war would have dragged on. The bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as tragic as they were, I believe actually saved lives. The planned invasion of Japan, called Operation Downfall, was expected to be catastrophic for both sides. US officials estimated anywhere from 250,000 to over 1 million American casualties, and for Japan, several million soldiers and civilians were expected to die. So yes, the bombings were horrific, but compared to an all-out invasion, I think it was lesser of two evils. In a strange way, the bombings likely saved far more Japanese lives than they took. The bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki didn't just end the war, they ended it before the Soviet Union could occupy parts of Japan. The Soviets had just declared war on Japan and were moving fast. If the war dragged on, Japan might have ended up split like Germany or Korea, with the Soviets controlling one half and the US the other, which would have created decades of tension in East Asia. The bombs forced a quick surrender, which meant Japan remained unified. In conclusion, the atomic bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki were a tragedy, no one denies that. But in the brutal reality of 1945, they were seen as the fastest way to end the global war, saving millions of lives and preventing even greater chaos. It wasn't a perfect solution, but it was the least catastrophic choice available at the time. And for that reason, I believe the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were justified. Thank you.